bought me my first mandolin when I was 5. Came home from work early one morning. He was a welder, so he would drive home hundreds of miles to get home to the family just for part of a day and a night. And anyway, he bought a little mandolin for me at a pawn shop. I think he gave $5 for it. Best $5 he ever spent, he said. But I've been playing a few months, maybe almost, not quite a year, but we heard that Mr. Bill Monroe was coming to Martha, Kentucky at the school, the high school. And so we took off, piled in the car, and went to see him. I left my little mandolin at home, had no reason to take it. And I've been playing at church and playing at Butler's grocery store. That was kind of my 2 big hangouts. So anyway, after about 20 or 30 minutes into Mr. Monroe's show, the neighbors in the hood started shouting out, "Let little Ricky Skaggs get up there and sing one." So he kept on playing his songs, thinking it would go away. He didn't know my redneck family. Yeah. Oh, we were Duck Dynasty before Duck Dynasty. I watched that show. That's my cousins. Oh my God, how did we get down here in Louisiana? Anyway, but after a few more agons from the audience, he called me up there on stage, and the stage was kind of small, little high school gymnasium. He had no idea how little Ricky Skaggs was. So he pulled me up there and set me down on the stage and said, "What do you play there, boy?" I said, "I play the mandolin." He said, "Oh, is that right?" And so he took his big F5 size mandolin off, which was like a guitar for my little 6-year-old bony frame, and my vacation Bible school haircut. Anyway, we hit an E chord, and I sung a song called "Ruby, Are You Mad at Your Man?" That's the kind of songs that 6-year-olds learned in the hills of Kentucky. It was either that one or the pinball machine, and Mama said, "Don't you sing that pinball song if you get up there." So she already had that finger wag, and I knew not to do that. So, sung Ruby, and but that night I fell in love with Bill Monroe. He was so kind and generous to let me share the spotlight just for a little fleeting moment there. And so I was always a fan, and said I'd always play his music and tell people how cool he was, and he really was. So here's a song from the 60s he did. Me and the boys recorded this a few years ago. Mr. Hornsby will jump in there all over it. Here's "Blue Night."